Hello to you, I am the Dungeon Miser, the flintiest dungeon master in the world. I'm ready to bust out another tutorial on how to turn inexpensive toys and craft supplies into miniatures for your tabletop games and help save you cash. This week, let us talk about gargoyles. Gargoyles are a basic, classic D&D monster. They have been around since the beginning of the game and are a common enemy to find haunting evil castles, corrupted cathedrals, or guarding ruined tombs. There are many companies producing gargoyles of every shape and style. I did a quick search for prices for these gargoyles, and regardless of quality, these miniatures range from about $2 to $8 a piece. Let me show you 3 different ways to get gargoyles for your table for far less money than that. To get my gargoyles, I'm going to mix and match 3 different very common and inexpensive novelty toys. Some pterodactyls, some zombies and their dogs, and some dragon. All of these toys are fairly common in stores and online, so I chose a good assortment to demonstrate for you. Let's start with gargoyle style number 1, and I'm going to use a pterodactyl. First, I'm going to snip the head and the neck off. Next, I want to trim away the stubby legs, careful to save the tail. If you happen to have a different tail to use, you can trim that off too if it makes it easier for you. Next, I chose a zombie figure with a good and ugly face and a nice pose. The arms come off at the shoulder. I take the head off of the body. And because I don't want my gargoyle to be too tall, I take the legs off at the knees and trim away the novelty base. For the assembly, I want the head on the chest to give it that hunched over look that the gargoyles have. The arms fit nicely on either side of the chest, just below the wing joint. And then finally I can stick the legs on where the old stubby feet were. The pointy beak of the pterodactyl makes perfect horns to finish the look. When the glue is set, base, prime, and paint. And here's the style number 1 gargoyles. Very easy to assemble, and the price is right. It was 3 pennies for the pterodactyl, 7 pennies for the zombie, a penny for the base, and a penny for the art supplies. So 12 pennies a piece, or 8 gargoyles for $1. Okay, for gargoyle style number 2, I'm using one of these little party favor dragons. These guys are already 50% there, and you can even keep the head on if you don't mind having a draconian style gargoyle for variety. I'm going to snip the head off and also the stubby Godzilla arms. I also snip the wings off so that I can repose them in a more menacing way. Just like before, I took the new head and the arms off of some different zombie figures and glued them on. And the wings go back, spread really wide to be a big threat. Base, prime, and paint, and here's the style number 2 gargoyle. Also very easy to assemble and almost as inexpensive as style number 1. It was 5 pennies for the dragon, 7 pennies for the zombie, a penny for the base, and a penny for the art supplies. So that's 14 pennies or 7 gargoyles for $1. And now for Gargoyle Style 3, I have some zombie dogs that came with a few of the zombie sets I bought. Hopefully yours comes with that too, because it'll give you more variety. And all these things really need are wings. So if you have some of those novelty dragons or something like them, you can snip off those wings and use them on the zombie dogs. Or I have these bat rings that they usually sell around Halloween. I just carefully snip the wings off of the ring, and then glue them to the spine of the zombie dog. And then base, prime, and paint. Super easy to assemble, and these make some really evil looking gargoyles. It was 7 pennies for the Zomdog, 3 pennies for the bat ring, a penny for the base, and a penny for the art supplies, so 12 pennies each, or 8 gargoyle dogs for $1. And here's my 62-cent mob of gargoyles ready to pounce on the party. As you can see, these styles mix and match pretty well with a standard paint job, so you can have a lot of fun sticking them together any way you like to get some really inexpensive monsters for your collection. So if you're tired of spending all your money on miniatures or going without something for your game because you just can't afford it, hit that like and subscribe button right now. Every week or so I'll have another miniature project guaranteed to get you playing and save you plenty of cash. Thanks so much for watching. I appreciate all my subscribers, and I will see you next week.